welcome back to the new series, An Entrepreneur's Journal. And funnily enough, we're starting off with a pretty good habit. We're doing some reading. So I'm going to read a little bit. It is about 8:40 in the morning, and we're going to do some reading for about 15 minutes, go to the gym, and then come back, do a little bit of meditating, and then do as much work as possible. Today, I'm doing a little bit of a dopamine detox in the sense that, like, my phone shouldn't even really be in my hand. So we're doing no music, not going on any forms of social media. The only things that I'm allowed to watch are purely educational videos for the purpose of doing research into what I need to do. So, yeah, that's sort of the plan. I've got a coffee because, what was the saying? It's like, one espresso makes you less depresso or something. I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, we're gonna have my coffee, my shot of coffee, and read this book. Please do not fall down. Okay. So, I'm not actually using this mic. I'm still using the little one right here. Look at it. Look at it. It's right there. Oh, you can't even see it. Oh well. It's later in the day on Monday. I'm about to start doing some work. Unfortunately, I was a little bit backed up from the gym taking a while longer than I thought, because I got back and then it was already like 11:30, showered, it's 12. I'm thinking I want to make for lunch, and then I had to eat lunch, and because I'm eating quite a bit to try and put on some more mass, it unfortunately took a little bit longer than I expected, and after my little lunch break, it's now 3. So we've got a bunch of work to do. I'm going to try head off to bed again. Like, I typically try to close off work at like 10. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's around 7 hours of work. Maybe take off like 30 minutes for dinner. So about 6.5 hours worth of deep focused work. And that's what I'm going to do now. I've got a bunch of research to do. I need to edit 1 or 2 client videos, and then prepare an actual sort of plan as well for my content. But we're going to take it one step at a time, like I said. So I've got my, my iced coffee right here, and well, what's left of it at least. Oh, I want to show you, but like, I don't want it to like tip over. But yeah, we're going to drink some of this and get some work done. I will see you guys as we get along. Alright, it's Tuesday, and I'm going to basically give a quick summary of the day. Today was pretty good in the terms of my general mindset towards work. I was really sort of angry, but in a good way, towards like, you know, like fuck, I need to do something, I need to actually get some results. And I spent a lot of time thinking about which direction to go with my agency, and to be honest, I'm still quite undecided. There's pros to every path and cons to every path, and no matter which one I pick, it's going to be difficult. But the good thing is I have somewhat of an angle to try one of them, and then another potential way to try the other one. So I can test both of them and see which one brings me, you know, the best results. Obviously, it's a sample size of one attempt for each one, but it's also going to give me a general feel of how it is to run both operations and go from there. But I've just realized I'm doing like all of these videos like without a shirt, but in my defense, it's 32 degrees or something in the UK. Have to have this bad boy on me 24/7 or I'm going to die. Plus, I am definitely due a haircut, but this isn't that kind of vlog. So if I have to say anything for what I've learned today, is that, well, thanks to my girlfriend, she actually gave me some pretty good advice, is that if you're trying to do this and, you know, you work in your room with like no fixed hours, it's difficult not to burn out. Like, I wake up at 8 and I sit here, and now it's 8 in the evening and I just work. Especially if I don't go gym, I just sit here. And then I'll be like, oh, I can't take a break, yada yada, because that's the general sort of mindset cultivated by a lot of people that I look up to. That's sort of what they preach, and I do, you know, live by it most times. But sometimes, you know, you feel a bit demotivated, you feel a bit burnt out, and yes, discipline, you need to keep going and push through it. But at some point, a tactical retreat, a tactical sort of safe space in a way, or like a checkpoint, where you take a minute and you reanalyze everything and then go back into it with a fresh mind, is needed. And that can be 10-15 minutes doing literally whatever. It doesn't have to be like 15 minutes meditating or 15 minutes reading. It can literally be everything and anything. So anyway, that's me. Tomorrow there might be a bit in the morning, but I am unfortunately out in the evening. But other than that, I will see you guys then. Alright, how's it going? We're back. It's now Wednesday. We're gonna do some work. I'm undecided between doing more work today, because I'm going out tonight. More work today or going to the gym. So I think I'm gonna do more work today, and then we'll do gym tomorrow. Because I just want to get a bunch of editing done, just so I can be like completely free with it tomorrow. Then tomorrow, wake up, gym in the morning, come back, structure my pitch to this client, and then absolutely crush it. I'm having some old clients come back to me, referrals. It's been great. But doesn't it look like with my new haircut? Thank you for noticing. I'm like, I'm like pulling off the breast look. I just realized. Look, I don't know how to feel about it. Like, I mean, by no means was this my intention, but like, look, hold on. Fuck, I think this photo you can kind of fucking tell. I'll focus. But yeah, new hair, new look. But again, this isn't that kind of vlog. I mean, I get back into doing some work now. I'm gonna make a coffee. I haven't had any coffee today, which is interesting. And yeah, I took a nice break before lunch. And now it's just sit down and do work. I want to sit and get some work done. There's these babies that are charging, and then yeah, that's basically all there is to do. Might do time lapse, might film some B-roll. I'm not sure, depending on how much time I have. And yeah, that's basically it. Good morning, Vietnam, or well, neither of those things because it isn't morning. It's like 5. Let's see if this works. Oh, cool. 5:09. Literally just been working the entire day at the desk. I signed a new client, technically an old client who's come back. We sort of talked to her a bit and we realized we could do some things for his brand, especially with the new way that I've sort of learned to scale brands, and it's going pretty well. Well, pretty well. We've started today, so we need a minute. I'm not that good yet. One day I'll just click my fingers and 10,000 followers every click. But other than that, I'm gonna get dressed, go to the gym. I need a bit of a mental break. And other than that, I mean, it's pretty good when you actually put in the work, like, and you get to go and do the other things that you've sort of held off on. I know it's sort of advertised that you should always be working, always be working, always be working. But at the end of the day, we're all doing the work so we can do less work later on. But I think I've said this message like a lot of times and I stand by it. Yeah, time for the gym. How's it going? It is Friday. It's Friday. I am here. I didn't do much filming this morning. Had a bit of a distracted morning, I'll be honest, and the afternoon could have been a bit more work focused, but you know, things pop up. It's all right. It's not too bad. And I've got a bunch of editing to do now. I need to quickly record a reel because I need to edit basically. Well, I'm with the split that I'm doing for my content. I need a highly edited one now, or a more cinematic one. So I'm gonna just pop the camera somewhere, do a cool sequence, and we'll see what we get. And then yeah, it should be absolutely golden. I'm looking forward to it. Other than that, more normal editing to do. I'm gonna still try pitch the client. I'm still waiting because I need to figure out a couple more things. I'm gonna actually write out the doc today. I had a good one written for another client as well, which I'm basically turn into a template for my content plan, which I'm gonna basically pitch to people, and it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be nuts. I'm ready. I'm gonna set the camera up here. Maybe do a time lapse. I'm not sure. But at least a reel from this angle is gonna look sick. Welcome to Saturday. This is basically the penultimate day of the week, and it's literally just been work. Now, obviously, the update for the week has been one new signed client, and potentially a second one end of day today. We'll find out. Unfortunately, I'm out tonight because summer is happening and there are things going on that I want to go to. And that's why I'm literally just sitting here, spending as much time working instead of recording. So it's been a bit busy day. I'm gonna try go to the gym now. Well, I'm not try. I am gonna go, and yeah, that's basically all that's happened. Sometimes you just need to sit and do the work, especially if you don't want to do it, and it's difficult. But I'll see you guys on Sunday. All right, so it's now Sunday. We're here, and there hasn't been much done today, but I'm completely fine with that because I've set out a goal for the week, which is to be doing work 6 out of 7 days, which is still more than most people do, especially the average person. And it's been a good, productive week. I've taken the day off to sort of just relax a minute, take a breather, and then go into next week with an absolute fresh mindset of, you know, I've taken the break, I can actually crush this week, and I don't have to sit there and, you know, partially get distracted, kind of pull out my phone, which I've been doing less and less. Like I've made my entire feed on Instagram. Let me show you guys what it is. My entire feed on Instagram is.
Fucking die like this, bro. Believe in yourself.
So this is the first Goggins. Move on. Yep. Another one. Yep. There he is again. This is my entire feed, right? Like when you see 3 of those and you've got 3 of those, you just feel like, let me fucking close the app. What am I doing? And then another thing I recommend to do if you're distracted by Instagram is put it, if you've got an iPhone, put it in your hidden apps down here. And then when you open the app, because you have to open it with Face ID, you open it and then, you know, it'll be here. But then when you go to your apps and you swipe back up and you've sort of just left it open in the back, you go to look for it, it's gone. You didn't have to close it. Because sometimes you might just, you know, habitually just go on Instagram, but like here it's a lot more like you have to think about it to go down here, do your Face ID. Sometimes Face ID doesn't work, it's too dark, especially at night if you're just on your phone. It's really good to make it as difficult as possible for you to do the things that you shouldn't be doing. That's the main lesson I remember from Atomic Habits when I read it like 2 years ago, and I'm trying to carry that forward because it's easy to read it, it's one thing to apply it, so that's why I've done that there. And other than that, I've relearned that I enjoy reading. It is actually quite enjoyable, and yeah, I'm gonna try to carry all of that forward into next week. Now next week I've got a holiday. I'm going off to Greece, so I might bring the camera. There probably will not be a vlog next week, but I will try post a sit down talking video, so we'll try to work something out. But yeah, I've got a lot of things to reflect on as well about still the direction I want to go in, and I know it's like I've been talking about it for 2 weeks now, but managing clients and then also managing your social life is difficult, and it's no excuse. I should have this figured out by now. So I reckon tomorrow I need to set in stone the steps that I want to do, the clients that I want to sign, how I want to go about signing them for when I come back from my trip from Greece, and from the week after that just move forward with absolute clarity. And like I know I can sign like at least another 10-15 clients. Easy. It's difficult. I think I need to reframe it as well from just being a glorified freelancer to being a actual strategist that understands what it is that their ideal ICP wants to see, how they want to see it, the way it needs to be packaged to really sort of create a feeling of, you know, urgency, if that's what they need to create, or a feeling of authority. Like it depends. It depends on what the client needs, on their sort of brand vision and what they want to go with. But it all comes down to how you can help them understand that better content will make them more money, because that's all it is, right? If you go there and you're like, I can edit your videos, that's cool, but if they're still scripting the videos, if they're still, you know, rambling on for 40 minutes with no structure and no hook, like, they can have the most beautiful editing in the world, but that's not a good way to go about it. You need to perfect every single aspect to really get the best return on investment. So I need to understand more about what works for scripting, because I've really neglected understanding that part deeply, and then move forward with my clients and be like, look, let me try these couple things out for you, let me see if they work. And then when they see some results from them, I'll be like, okay, if you want to, you know, keep having me doing your scripts and all your video funnels on both YouTube and Instagram, potentially even running some paid ads for them on Instagram. Like, I was thinking about that as well. Like, I was thinking, oh, do I just stick with organic or do paid ads? Why don't I do both? Why do I not do both? So I might do both because I need to diversify a bit, right? But yeah, it's just, that's the thought. That's what we're going to move forward going into next week. And yeah, I got some work things to finish up today, which I left until late today because, again, taking a break. But it should be good. And yeah, I will see you guys probably the week after this. So I will probably look a lot more tan in the next vlog.